What we're here to talk about is we like repping for other companies, and we like to help people where we can, whatever means that is. And we want to talk today about this company called Privateerlifemx, and I'm wearing one of their tees. Thanks to Garrett out there in Northern California for sending us our care package. Privateerlife.mx is their website. And one cool thing that Judy and I really like about this company is what they're about. And what they're about is something a little different than most. They're an organization that's just starting up, just trying to get their name out there. And they're an organization that basically created this one-stop shop for you racers out there. There's two parts to it. There's the racer and there's the supporter. For the racer, you know, when you're traveling, whether you're a privateer chasing nationals or supercross or just your local racer, going between your local races or your regional races, this may not be for everybody, but that's fine. It doesn't matter how old you are either. It doesn't matter if you have your supercross license or your outdoor license, if you're a pro, or from the 5 or 6 year old kid that mom and dad's hauling you around. It doesn't matter. Privateerlife.mx caters to all the above. So let's talk a little bit about what Privateerlifemx is. Privateerlifemx is a one-stop shop for a rider to go if they're traveling through Kansas, California, Florida, or wherever. If you need a welder, if you get to the races 2 days early and you need to practice on a track, you want to get some track time in, perhaps you want to wash your bike, perhaps you need to borrow a washer and dryer, whatever the scenario is, that's what Privateerlifemx is about. Again, it can be from your 4-year-old to your vet rider. All disciplines, whether you're a flat tracker, a motocrosser, whatever you are, Privateerlifemx is trying to gather supporters. That what you do is, there's two parts to it. The racer part, get on their website and sign up. It's really easy. It takes 20 seconds to sign up. Basically, you put your name, you put your information, and what Garrett and his crew are going to do is they're going to post a new picture to their website every day or every week. I can't remember, Garrett, forgive me, I can't remember what you told me, on their website. So if you look at their website, you'll see something new, and I believe they're going to do that on their Facebook as well. But as a racer, you sign up and you state your name and a little bit of information about you, and that way they have track of that. And then from a supporter standpoint, it could be anybody that likes racing. You may be a racer yourself. What you do is you go on there and sign up, and there's two parts to it. You either check the box that's a supporter, or you check the box that's a racer. If you're a supporter, there's a list of things that you would be willing to provide to a racer. Like I think we went on there and said that we would provide a welder, possibly a shop to work on your bike, and those kind of things. But there's also check marks if you have a spare bedroom, if you got a national rider passing down the highway and they need to lay over somewhere. Instead of those guys, they typically sleep in their van. You're probably not going to get a lot of privateers to stop because they're living the privateer life and they're sleeping in their vans. But if you need a place to lay over, Privateerlife.mx is the place to go if you've signed up. Because if there's a supporter out there that's in Kansas, Georgia, Florida, California, wherever, that has signed up and said, yeah, we'd be willing to let a rider stay the night, or maybe you don't feel comfortable with that. That's okay. There's a lot of different check marks of what you would provide to a traveling racer, or maybe a family that's scraping all their money together just so they could take their 8-year-old racing. Racing is expensive. Maybe this family's traveling and they have a bike problem and they just need to borrow some tools or something. That's what Privateer Life MX is about. So if you want to be a supporter, sign up and check what you would be willing to provide. It's no pressure, no gimmicks. If you don't feel comfortable with a stranger staying in your house, that's fine. Maybe you feel more comfortable providing them a tool along the way, or letting them have access to your garden hose to wash their bike. Or maybe you have a private track that you'd be willing to let a racer ride on. That's what it's about. There's a lot of different, it's kind of a smorgasbord of what the supporter is willing to offer. So as a racer's traveling, if he has trouble, or maybe he knows where he's going to be going, he logs on to privateerlife.mx and he kind of plots his course. He says, okay, just like what we do now, right? When we travel, we kind of figure out where we're going to stop, you know, where hotels are, where different things are, we get our directions. Well, this would just be one more thing that you would add to it if you wanted to utilize one of these services. Is you would look and say, hey, there's a guy or a family that has a private track in Georgia. If we're headed down to Florida, maybe we can lay over a night there and use their practice track to dial in that new suspension we just put on the night before. Or maybe there's a place in California we can stop and get our laundry done, because we just got done traveling from Colorado to California and we got a whole van full of dirty clothes. So it's worth checking out. And again, that's privateerlife.mx. Just a cool group of people, and that's what they're about. Basically, it's for the people. It's for the people out there that love racing. It's about helping support the sport you love. Okay, so again, that's privateerlife.mx. Sign up for it. It's free. It don't cost you anything. There's a section for the racers on there, and there's a section for the fans on there that you may have never raced before in your life, but you love the sport and you want to try to give back to it some way. This is the ticket right here. And again, don't feel pressure that you got to let somebody stay in your house or this and that. If you feel like you want to do that, that's your prerogative. But there's a lot of little other things you can do, whether it's providing a case of water or whatever. It's just we're trying to keep our sport alive, and Privateer Life MX is doing just that. So if you have any questions, you can go to privateerlife.mx. They have an Instagram page. Check it out. Their Instagram is privateerlife.mx. They have a Twitter page. It's at privateerlifemx. Get rid of the dot. And check them out on Facebook as well. privateerlife.mx. So, you know, Garrett and Privateer Life, we believe what you're doing. We think what you're doing is really cool. We need more people out there like you, giving up your own time to put something like this together. It's awesome to have people like you out there. So anyways, that's it. Privateerlife.mx. Check it out. They got some t-shirts for sale on their website. You know, their t-shirts and stuff, that's how they fund what they do. You know, I mean, it's everything has a dollar behind it, whether you have your own website, your marketing, these business cards, these stickers. Stuff don't grow on trees, so they try to sell t-shirts and stuff to kind of support what they're doing. So check it out.